Well, I basically want to start off with what made you take this role?
Well, it was offered to me. I am, in addition to being an actor here, I'm also a part of the staff at Chesapeake Shakespeare. Mm-hmm. And last summer, I think it was, we were talking about shows to do in our season, and this was a very important one on the list to both myself and our producing executive director. And, we were thinking about what it would look like and what it would take to put up this production. And we started touring around with the idea of possibly me playing Walter Lee. So, I auditioned a few times, and me and the director got on pretty well. And sometime in the fall, they officially offered me the role, and
you took it.
And we took off from there. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you recognize the significance of the role you play.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Especially at this time. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think there are some giants that have done this role. Sidney Poitier, mm-hmm. Danny Glover, mm-hmm. Denzel Washington, mm-hmm. and I think at the end of the day, it is an expression of what it means to be a black man in this world, in this country, and I think that we all, Sidney Poitier, Danny Glover, Denzel, and myself, we all have a shared lived experience in some way or another in that. I think I just brought my experiences in my life to this role just as they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, recognizing that this was written back in the 60s, here we are in 2022. Mm-hmm. Do you get the same flavor that they had there with things that they were facing that you're also facing here as a black man?
I think some things are the same. Mm-hmm. And some things are different. Yeah.
So as you go through this, are you going through, as you're playing this role every night, mm-hmm. are you thinking of other things, the different ways you can, express yourself to make it be felt as though it was 1963, or are you expressing it as a man of the 20s that, have a history where people of African descent are still facing discrimination?
Yeah, I think I'm just focusing on the people in the play with me, mm-hmm. And the words that I have to say, and letting that, guide me. I think it's a very well-written play, and I think that Lorraine Hansberry endows the language with the style of the 60s and the 50s. So I think if we just trust the words and speak them as they were written, that style will come out of it, come out naturally.
I have seen you in this play. Mm-hmm. It's a very commendable performance the day I saw you. It's the opening night.
Thank you.
I just wonder if every night you go out there, are you going out with a message to the audience?
I think the short answer is no. I don't think there's a specific message that I am determined to send to the audience.
Are you perhaps saying that this is a different Sydney, and look at how I experience life as different to what Sydney, because I think you're the next Sydney.
Wow. Thank you. No, I don't think about that.
Okay.
I think that's too much pressure. Yeah, no. What I want to do is just tell the story, mm-hmm. and be true to the words on the page, yeah. and the only message I'm really determined about is the message of presenting Walter Lee honestly. And I think that's that's what's most important about this.
Have you had any comments that you had to share with us that you have received about your performance?
Oh man, I mean, there's the audience has been very nice to me. I think there's a moment in Act 3 where the audience is just so silent and they're so listening. You can hear a pin drop, and then you start to hear the sniffling and people are pulling out their handkerchiefs and things. And I think that that's a sort of spine-chilling sensation of knowing that they've been with you on this journey, and now you're feeling this catharsis, and so are they.
Yeah.
I think that's the greatest compliment. It's an unspoken compliment, and you know that's been very nice to just know that the audience has been listening and been on the journey with us.
See you in the movies.
Thank you.
Bye.
All righty.